holy like I just got blown up. I'm like looking to my left, and I mean, there's just where this crowd of hundreds of people was is just flattened, like nothing, crawling away from my leg, and it was someone else's body part just like laying in front of me. I look across the canal and I see this dude hold up the sign and like point to get in the canal and like come across, because at this point it's the only way they can get across is through the water. So for us it was a good thing, because it was like, okay, they have to cross this canal now to get to us, as long as like that crowd that's on the left side is kept at bay. And he came through. He like came beneath me and checked. He had American passport, and he had his brother with him and had American passport. And I guess he had been an interpreter with group or something for quite a while, and so he was legit. Pulled him out, just did a search on him, search on his brother. I'm like, all right, hey, I'm gonna take you guys over to the main search area, which is right at the base of the tower almost. We can get you guys processed through to the State Department. And this dude, he spoke pretty decent English, and he was like wait, he's like, my family. And I was like, yeah, like, what's up, man? Your brother's right here. Like, you got your family? And he's like, no, my wife and 4 kids. He's like, there's 7 of us. And I was like, what? And Hoover's standing next to me. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, no, there's 2 of you. He's like, no, my wife and 4 kids, they're still back in the canal. They're still back in the crowd. I was like, dude, you were given very specific instructions, like, come with your whole family at one time, because in our eyes, like, we know the gate's already supposed to be shut at this point. It was supposed to be shut that morning or something, and it's still open. We're still processing people. We were told that it was going to be shut by the 26th, or like the morning of the 26th, and it still hadn't been. And now it's like 5:30 p.m. or almost 5:30 p.m. And I pull, I'm like, all right, well, do you have fucking paperwork for them? And he fucking has paperwork for all of them. They're good. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay. I was like, listen, man, do you have a phone? Like, can you call your wife? Does she have a phone? He's like, yes. Like, I can get a hold of her. And, okay, like, call her and see where she's at. And so he calls her, and he's like saying she's at like the bend in the canal or the corner, which is like where he was describing her at was like 6,000 people away, like so far away. And I'm like, fuck. So, all right, dude, tell her she needs to get her and the kids and get into the sewage water and start working their way up. Because if not, there's not a great chance of you guys fucking getting through together. And so he relays that to her, and he's just like, thank you. And I sit them down on the chain link fence. I'm like, listen, I'll stay down here for like 20 or 30 minutes and help you guys out and wait to see if your family can make it up here. If not, I'll make sure another Marine helps you guys out and knows your situation. And he's just like, thank you so much. And so I'm like waiting on the side of the canal wall, like standing against it, facing across the canal. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know what these people look like. Like, they look like everyone else out there. And so I'm like, hey, man, like, come here. And I don't remember if it was him or his brother. And I'm like, hey, come here and help me spot them. If you see them, like, we can pick them. You can help me pick them out easier. And he's like, yeah, of course. And I like stand him up on the canal wall, and like 10 minutes goes by and just flash and just get hit with this massive wave of pressure, just like straight on. And then I'm like, my eyes are closed, my vision's black, and I'm like slowly coming to. My right ear is just like super high pitched ringing. My left ear is muffled, and I can just hear people screaming in the distance. And I knew right away, as soon as I like was coming to, I was like, holy fuck. Like, I just got fucking blown up. And my brain knew instantly. And my immediate thought was just like disbelief. I was like, there's no fucking way this just happened. And I can't see yet. And I'm just like struggling to open my eyes. And I later come to find out, I mean, on top of a fucking, 20, 30 pound bomb detonating like 5 meters away from me, someone's CS gas canisters had exploded on all of us. And so on top of the bomb, there's all the CS gas cloud that we're engulfed in. And so none of us can fucking see, and are struggling to see. And so I was just like, holy fuck, like, I actually just got blown up. And I finally can open my eyes, and I'm just like laying on the ground in the dirt looking to my left. and like really close to the fence. Like I had almost gotten thrown to the fence, and I'm like looking to my left, and I mean, there's just where this crowd of hundreds of people was is just flattened, like nothing at all, and I can still hear people just fucking screaming in the distance and yelling. And I look to my left, and I mean, one of the first things I see is just fucking Marines laid out, just fucking Desert Marpat fucking next to me. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, this really just fucking happened. And before I fully, like, my brain fully registered everything when I woke up in the hospital. Like, my mom said I talked for like 9 hours straight, but I thought I was crawling away from my leg, and it was someone else's fucking body part just like laying in front of me. I mean, there was fucking body parts and dead bodies everywhere. And the people on the other side of the canal just immediately in front of me just got fucking evaporated, just or eviscerated, just gone, just in an instant, gone. And then outside of that, just bodies, body parts, fucking guts and pieces of people and human beings. And I was laying on the ground, and I mean, I felt like I was on the ground for like a fucking hour. I felt like forever. And almost immediately after the bomb, I was trying to stand up, and I couldn't stand up. I could like move my head forward and like move my arm a little bit, and I kept trying to stand up, and like, fuck, like, why can't I stand up? And I was like, I'm fucking hurt. And then it just like crack, 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 fucking right across from us. So I'm now facing like kind of like the tower, like the way I'm looking, like the tower's kind of to the left, the canal's like right here, and then the neighborhood's right here. And we start taking fucking shots from the neighborhood, and like almost immediately after the blast. And my first thought, I mean, I always say like, we all want to be the hero in our own story, but my first thought in my brain was like, fuck, I'm hurt. And I look down, and I'm hearing us getting shot at and hearing fucking cracks and impacts behind us and over us. And I'm like, fuck, I can't fire my weapon. I'm fucked up. Like I mean, I had come to find out I had gotten hit with 100 to 150 ball bearings, and
150 ball bearings.
Yeah, and I mean, I took them everywhere but my neck and my head and my knees down because of that wall. And so I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to get shot. I can't fire back. And I just knew the hole in the fence was behind me. And I tried my fucking hardest to crawl backwards towards that hole in the fence. And I kept trying to get up, couldn't get up. I don't know how fucking far I got, maybe a couple feet. And I was moving backwards, and all I could do was like put my left arm on the ground, and I kept trying to lean over onto my right, and I'm just like, fuck, like, why is my right arm not working? And I remember lifting it up, I just seeing it's there, but it's just like fucking shredded up at the elbow and bloody, and I'm just fucking red everywhere. And I was just, all that my thought in my brain, I was like, my arm's fucked up. I was like, okay, that's why it doesn't work. And like just kept fucking going. I wasn't fully processing like, hey, let me fucking put a tourniquet on my arm. I was just like, fuck, I'm fucked up, and I need to get to the hole in the fence because that's where my friends are.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean Ryan. Click here to subscribe to the Sean Ryan Show YouTube channel for the hottest and most compelling interviews that you will not see anywhere else. I've also made a playlist of all the previous SRS episodes so they're easy to find. You can find that right here.